This is Steve from True Market Finance on April 5th. Go. We're already getting into April here, big time. As you guys have seen today, we have a real drop in the markets again this morning. Um, Something that's pulling back a little bit, but we're still down. And especially in the NASDAQ, it seems to want to continue down. And that's like we talked yesterday. That is because there's still nothing better in the market. You got the yield curves um, going against themselves, which is showing a recession. You have war in Ukraine. There's just been so many fundamental things, and now you got inflation. Well, no, not you've had inflation forever. So inflation cuts into a whole lot of things, guys, and not just our groceries and gas and everything else. Like everything that gets to your grocery store or to the furniture store or to the gas station, even with fuel, it comes on a truck, and those trucks all run on fuel. So when Biden and everyone else thinks that they're going to go into this green energy world and like overnight, they're in dreamland. Um, and I hate to, I believe in, looking after our environment, which I believe a lot of times we just need to plant more trees. We never had this problem, or we had less problem when we had um, a situation where we never were cutting down so many trees and stuff in the Amazon and over on the West Coast and so on and so forth. And all these trees suck in the carbon and we're cutting them all down. So then you wonder why we have all these problems in the world when those trees stop that moisture coming from the ocean and stuff and create the rains that we need in the middle of the country and snow and everything else that we need. But hey, who am I? Um, but to go to the markets today, we're having because of these things, and I believe, guys, like I've been preaching here over and over and over again. I believe that this market is going to go a heck of a lot lower, and it's just a matter of time. Kind of everything's kind of pointing out to that. So, like yesterday, I went through the charts. I don't have to be a rocket scientist or anything to just look over the market, and that's why I use the weekly and monthly charts to do my scans for different companies out there that I either want to short or I want to go long on. And in this environment, I seem to see more trends in the short position lining up than I do in the long position. Not to say there's not long positions we can get into, but just look at Facebook or Netflix. Like those two stocks alone, in the past, uh, have just got slaughtered in the past little bit. So anyway, that's why I go through the weekly and monthly charts, and I'll go through like we did yesterday. Like I'll go into the indexes here. I'll go. I have in Trading View. I'll have one watch list. It's just got all the indexes. So with that, we just go through. I'll just go through each and every one of these. Sometimes every day, and just trying to figure out. Um, Now, usually a lot of times, if I can, I like to see when the trend is just starting to change. So then you can go through, like we did yesterday, guys. We went through and then we clicked on here on the home builders and saw that this chart here was going to go, looking like it's going to go down. Like this is the daily. So if we sweep out here to the weekly, again, look at that. Just makes it cleaner and nicer and more beautiful. And right here, like we were pointing out yesterday, we're starting to get into this red. So, and then we have right here a trend that's being broken. And we're right here on the first part of it. So with that, we want to look at this stuff. Now, let me show you, if we scroll over here to 1 month. Now, look at this again, guys. See how clean that looks? And right here, we had a trend being broken, even on the monthly chart. Let me draw this for you. Right there. It's being drawn out. So, again, this one looks like it's going down here. So, if we go, once we have that picture, we'll go back here to the weekly chart. So, once we confirm on the monthly and weekly, because you can get the full picture, like we went over yesterday. Look at this. Hey, I'll just show you right there. Here we go. Look at broke trend right here. Let me grab my pen, guys. Broke trend right here. And look at this. All that. Then we could have, when we're in trend, we could have got in here, bought another position here, bought another position here, and bought another position here. And then when we got up to here, we put a stop eventually up here, because it's where we're, our trend line is follow. I usually put my stop a lot of times. I'll follow it up there. Or if I don't put a stop up there, what I'll do is put an alert there. So then as soon as it breaks this line, I'll get alert. And this is we're on a weekly. So, we got lots of time. If it triggers that alert, to kind of take a look at that and take a look at it in a more often kind of thing. So then we can take that down into a day and just watch each day. And if it breaks on the day, then it just sells, and then we move on to another stock. But this is just the index. This is the Home Builders Index. So then, like we were talking yesterday, guys, then I got from there. I've created another watch list and taken all those indexes, or all those companies in that Home Builders Index, and put them right here in a watch list. Now, look at, we got the red day today, and look at these stocks. Look at them. Red, 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 red. Remember we were going through this yesterday? And we're talking about how I was looking at these guys going down. Well, it's happening. It's not to say that, I got everything figured out all the time, but it's going down. Like this one, Owens Corning, we wouldn't buy this because it's just in a flat line. But, if it comes down here and breaks, comes down and breaks in here, then you got possibility it's heading north south. Right now it's just building up energy and getting ready to do that. If we go into Home Builders, we can go. I don't know why my internet's so slow today, guys, but sorry about that. This is a weekly chart too, so we're still on this trend. As you can see, we're looking at a down market, so we're going down, pull back, coming down. We're on that, still on that line, but we're in a red today, guys. So, and this is weekly, so we'll take it here, go into our daily chart, and look at that. broke a trend right there. Got a new sell signal. I would probably wait till this moves below this line, which is the, before it does that, because that could move back up here and go up here and go up here and then come back down. But something also we could do too, especially on the daily, we scroll right out here, and at the end of the day today, put a stop limit in here. And then put a stop up here. Make sure you always, guys, if you're shorting the stock, always put a stop. Always put a stop in there. Just because of you just want to protect your butt. You really do. I do that on every single stock I have, and in a lot of these platforms that we trade on nowadays, you can slide that stop up and down real easy just by grabbing it and pulling it, which is sweet. So then a lot of times I could put an alert on here and then keep my stop back a little bit. Not when I'm putting in a new position like this. So if tomorrow, at the end of the day, we put this stop limit in and stop, and then tomorrow this breaks this trend line and moves down, it's going to trigger that. If it doesn't, if it pulls back up here, well, this is going to get stopped at the end of the day and we're not losing any money, And if we do, it does, after it triggers here, after it triggers here, we have a stop right here. So if for some reason it comes down here, triggers that, and then pulls back up here in a day, then it's going to trigger that stop. But we got such a small amount of money we'll lose. But, it's a trade that is looking up for us. And that's only one trade, guys. Like, here we got that Whirlpool again. Look at, this is on a daily chart. Again, it's in the red, like we were talking yesterday. It's not in the red a lot, but hey, we're also in a position where it's breaking trend right here, guys. It's come below this. We're red here, and makes a good short position. Now, don't hold me on those guys because the market, it can always change, but I'm just pointing out some of the things I'm looking at. That was just Whirlpool that we were looking at yesterday. Let's go back out here to the weekly chart again because it's just like I said, so it's easier to read. So we're got a good downtrend going here. Watch this one again, guys, when you're doing these, because look at this. We get a downtrend here, but we also had a resistance line there for a while. So this could kind of go, this way for a bit and then go down. But we won't know that. So you could hold on to that one, watch it for a day or two before jumping in, or like I said, put your, stop down in here, just below your stop limit, and then put your limit or your stop above that, and then you're only losing this much. Another one's this one's got a double top going on, guys. You got double top going on here. So This is looking good. We also have this moving just right into the red. That's a terrible arrow, guys. We just got a fresh new sell here on the weekly chart. So look at, we could go into now a daily chart, and it just confirms it a bit more. Oh, look at that. We got a broke trend here. Red, red. And the weekly we had just a broke trend as well. So that might be something to look at too. There's just so many different stocks, guys, but I don't know, the way I looking at the market is just, this is why I go through those indexes and try and find my trend that way first. Like, look at Lowe's. Like, I've been kind of watching this one for a bit as well, and because Home Depot was doing so bad for a while, but again, look at right. We got red here, which I'd wait till this green line here turns into a red line. We got this right on the red. We get this on red. Now, with this being right on the line like this, right here, you could get where it pulls back up to here too, and then goes back down, and then back up, and then back down, just to stay in that trend. Since we are on the weekly here, if we go back out to the daily chart on the, see, it's doing the same thing on this, it's right on the line here too. So this could pull back up to here, then go down to here, then pull back up to there, then go down to here, or we could get a big sell and it could go down to here, then back up to here, and then down to here. It's just going to do, and again, don't hold me on that, as you can see, but all the way along, it's done here, it's done here, it's done here, so it done it here, oops, and so, you can look at it that way. You can also look at this down here too. Pull back as well, pull back, and then as soon as it breaks under this line again, then you put another stop limit order underneath here and catch this. If it turns like it did up in here, you could put a small call, or put a position to call option trade in there if you wanted to. You could catch this little bit of uptrend. You could also put like we talked about yesterday, you could also put a sell a put. Oops, I just messed up my drawing here, guys. You could also put sell. Oh, what am I doing here? You could also sell a put. And with that, they'll pay you. I'd probably do that outside the order a bit. So then they'll pay you and then you want this to go up. So for you to make money. So, and the other person lose money, which, sucks to be them, but we look after our own profits. And I'm all okay taking someone else's cash if they want to give it to me. So if we sell put, that gives us cash in our pockets, and then we could buy a call for that position, and that protects our short position that we have here. And then when this changes direction up here, we sell this, we sell our call, and we put that money we made on this little jaunt, put it back in the market right here. It's free money again. And free money is always awesome in my bank account. And I want free money in everyone else's bank account of yours, guys. Um, it's a wonderful thing. Whew. Just looking at the markets here as I'm doing this, and we are in the red on everything. Dow, SPY, Q, Russell 2000. So um, if you have a lot of puts and shorts in, like I do myself right at the moment, it's a beautiful day. I like it. Making money. And making money is exciting. Because if we just work on our incomes that we make every day, there's just not enough. There's not enough for everything. And even if we do have enough, I find this exciting and fun. So, and I like teaching you guys. And I even like learn from you guys, because you guys will send me in stuff too that I enjoy as well. Always learning. For over the years and years and years and years that I've been trading, I'm just constantly reading and learning new things as I trade. So never get yourself into that position, guys. You always learn. You never this market never comes free. You're not just gonna wake up one day, I'm gonna go, oh, I'm just gonna make a ton of shitload of money all the time, because it's changing. We'll have, like we have now, inflation, we have COVID, we're coming out of COVID, we're going into, and the financial disaster that we had in, what was it, 2009, 2008, 2009 area. Like that happened for a while, and then multiple years went on that one, and I made a bunch of money on things like Bank of America and all those guys too, because there's a period of time when that's going to be a problem. But then I looked at it and it was starting to change direction, and things were starting to become profitable again, and all those moved up. But I was on the bottom. Like, I was on the bottom when that happened. So it worked really well in the uptrend. So sometimes, guys, too, when we got an uptrend, like we even on this Williams Sonoma, like we had here, each one of these spots here, we can put a position in, you can get another position in here, even here, 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 you don't have to do it all in, one massive sweep right here. Nice if you could do that. It'd be nice if you could put, some money in here as in a long position, put money in here, put money in here as well for, in a call position. Like, that'd be awesome. But, sometimes we don't catch it in time. That's why a lot of times I'll go through those other, and then I'll just keep jumping through like we're doing today here, just zipping through. This stock I love to buy, but I don't have I don't want to put $4,000 into it. But I've been watching it lately, and it's it's made some good money lately, the past few days. But I got Carrier. Look at that one. Good position there. Fortune Brands. Another short position there. Johnson Control. when this pulls back like it's doing, then, it could do this. We won't know that, but that's why we don't just go into the market trade and put a market order in there and away we go. You know, the trend's showing it's going this way, but we don't know that till, that's why we put those stop limit orders under here and then wait for it to do its thing. Signs are all showing. Signs are showing here. The signs are showing here. The signs are showing on these lines up here. But, we wanted to confirm. We wanted to confirm that that's what it's doing. Right now it's going to do a pullback. Pull back, and then we'll come down. Pull back, come out, pull back, come out. So, till it's ready for that, if it doesn't put us in that day, well, look, guys, this is a freaking list. I got 10 million other stocks here. You can, that's one stock. Lennox Group, Masco. I was looking at this Masco again today. Whew. This one I'm thinking really seriously about putting a short in on real soon. I've been watching it a couple days. Like, go here. The daily chart. Look at it. Breaking trend here. Under this line. The resistance lines breaking under there. We got red here. We got red up here. It's really looking good. I think, real soon here, I'm going to be putting another, if not today, I think I may put another, I may put a position. I don't have one yet, but I might be putting a possession in on that one because I really like the look of that one. Let's see what else we got, guys. And that was Masco that we were just looking at. This DH Horton, it's kind of doing the same thing. It's just got a nice weekly chart. Oops, let me get in here for a second, guys. Move this over a bit. We just happened to get into now a new red on both. This line, if we draw it straight down, it's going to break here. We got sell here. Looking good in iWorld. But that's just, again, one stock. And then we found all these. Look at this one again. Like just it broke trend up here. We get lines here. This wasn't even telling us to get in till about here. Now notice this a lot, guys. Sometimes, we'll get a sell signal. Oops. I'll get a sell signal here. And it wants you to do it in around here. But I've noticed that lately, we always get this little, watch, you always get that little pullback and then it goes down. So that's another example of why, if you came in here and put stop limit order in, well, heck, you wouldn't have got stopped into that stop limit order till a few days later. So, and in that position, in that process of what? That's a week charts. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost 7 weeks. We could have found another stock and already had money better in something else. Home Depot, guys. That's shocking, especially this time of year because we're going to get into gardening season. That's like their gold mine. Another good one here, Lennox Group. I'd like to buy it. Be short in all these. But I don't know about your world, guys. We're not worth billions of dollars. I'm not, but definitely as my portfolio grows, and again, that's the part of compounding interest. So as we um, make money on these other stocks that we have in positions in, these take multiple days. Like these are week. Look at how many weeks. Um, look at how many weeks here. Like this is a weekly chart. So as great. So this is all compounding on itself. You're making money here, making money here, you're making money, each and every single week. You're making money, along the way. And you want to hold on, a good some of that portion because you got pullbacks. So each one of these pullbacks, you're going to lose a bit of money. So you want to hold a little bit of cash there in your portfolio, in your account, I guess you could say. And then when this bounces off these spots here, you can then buy another position in there, or if you have a lot saved in there, you can buy a little bigger position. Um, and then again, that compounds itself and compounds itself and compounds itself and compounds itself. So then, as this stock makes you money, then you can take some of those profits and put it in another one. So then you are diversifying things. So as we go along the way here, guys, too, I'm actually surprised that RH is pulling back like it is. It's going to pull back until it's like gives. Let's go down the daily chart. I'm going to look at this one right here. Yeah, see, we're just flattening it out here. I think this is just building up energy, and then we're heading more south. But don't hold me on that one. But the rest of the index is going south, so why wouldn't it? We get Toll Brothers. Man, they're super slow today, guys. Another one, Builder's Choice. This is this is Top Builders. Actually, it's not Builder's Choice. There's this one actually is looking at quite a bit. I got even this one on my broker account. I have this one in my watch list there because I was watching it quite a bit. I haven't bought it yet, and I don't know why, but I really should. It's another one to be on. There was another one in here, guys. Where is it? Builder. That's Top Builder. Maybe it was that one, Top Builder. Yeah, Horton. Whirlpool. No, it's Builders First. That was it. This little bugger. One time, this was a perfect example, is on Builders, First Builders, one time I put in a stop limit order thinking it was going to go, I think it was even up in here probably. I was going to put in a long position because this was just looking awesome. I was like watching this going, oh wow, this is great. And put that, and it didn't trigger and never got into the position. And then it started pulling back on me, and thank God, then I went and moved on and bought into something else that was going in my favor until, now, like we were talking earlier, there's a good position in here that we could be really watching. Just watch until this changes, and then watch till the other changes, these lines here, and make sure you confirm your trend by put those stop limit words, and then the stop in behind it. And if it goes, it triggers. Voila, here we go. But that's what I do, guys. I'm sure you have your ideas too, and it's always nice. I like going over the markets with you guys in the mornings like this. It's exciting, where we got looking at different things. And then a lot of times what I'll do is put in what I have bought. Some of these I've bought. These two guys here at the bottom I haven't, but I was really looking at them. This is Corvo. Um, but yeah, I got Dollarama in a long position. I got the real estate market in a long position for now. Um, may have to change that one because I'm not liking the real estate market a whole heck of a lot either. Tran Technologies is, I believe, all tech is going to go down. Um, that one's also a builder in the building index. So I've shorted it, shorted Okta. Oh, sorry guys, I was going to short this PVH, but I haven't shorted it yet. Starbucks, I have a call. I mean, not a call, put on it. Autodesk, I have a put on it. GM, I have a put on it because we have no chips. And the C limit, I've had put on for a while. I've made a ton of money off C limited, but I think it's actually kind of bottoming out. So be careful with that one. And then I'll create from there, guys. Then I'll create these other ones. And this is what's nice about TradingView is you can create these little flags um, over here. You can create. Oops. You can create. Oh my gosh. Okay, we create flags, and then it puts it all in a watch list just by when I was going through that um, index categories, um, then you can just you know click on the little flag beside it and just put it in its own little folder, which is great. The real um, restaurant brands is something I've been looking at. There is it. Look at we're getting short here. It's getting looks like it's slow, but hey, slow is always good as long as it's going in the right direction. VR, advanced auto parts. Look at these red, 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 red. That's not a good look of a positive market. Look at Microsoft. you know, this is the strongest company, one of the strongest companies all through the pandemic, and now look, nice pullback. I believe this is going to come up here, um, and then possibly maybe go down. We could almost get back right down to this level, and that's Microsoft. But this is the world we're living in right now. It's not it have anything to do with the stock, and you listen to all these guys on the radio, and they have no clue what they're talking about. It's the trend. It's the what the stock is telling you is what matters. It's got nothing to do with. They could tell you the world's going to turn into a different world, but until you see it, you know how do you believe that? My belief is when I start seeing a trend and it changing, now we're going this way. We're going this way. Changing. That's Intuit. I've been watching that one too. That's why it's in my red list here. Oracle, Applied Materials, Lam Research. Look at Lam Research. like, there's just it's all you know shorts, microchips. We're not creating more microchips yet. It takes they go on about building all these places in the U.S. and so on and so forth. You can't do that overnight. It's going to take multiple years. Now with all the like we talked yesterday with the natural gas in Europe and with this administration that we have in the U.S. at the moment, and even in Canada is just anal. Um, it'll take years. The environmentalists will just never let them do it. Um, U.S. is already having problems. They got, all this infrastructure bill passed, and they can't do anything with it because environmentalists won't let them do anything. It's a joke. That's where, I'm a huge fan of Trump, guys, but he really did create a lot of, everybody was working. I wouldn't say I didn't like the markets when he was in there just because of they were all over the place. But he really opened our eyes to see what was China was doing behind our backs. He got rid of a crap load of stuff would get held up for years and years and years because you had to go through this person and then through this person and then get this permit and get that permit it's just ridiculous. It's just someone wanted a piece of that, you know, money, and it just cost twice as much money and got nothing done. Um, and we're pounding, wrecking our vehicles, driving down the roads, and we pay into this, especially in the Canada and I believe Europe. But the Americans have the same thing. You have fuel tax on every fuel purchase you buy. That fuel tax is supposed to go back in the roads and bridges and things like that. In a perfect world, where like you or I um, do in our world, and I'll preach this forever with you guys. Have those. It's kind of like your portfolio. When you have a fuel tax, you put it into that fund. You put it in that slot of, you know, in a bank account or wherever you want to put it. So, you have a vacation fund. You have your, stock market, fund. You have your, as I preach all the time, your Bitcoin fund. You have your, and you diversify yourself out, and you have your emergency fund. So, if something happens, God forbid, you got an emergency fund. So you never want to live paycheck to paycheck, guys. That's why I was preaching yesterday. Even if you put away um, $20 a week, which is not much at it's nothing. It'll bring out $80 a month. And if you put that as a bill payment, it just disappears. And if you have different categories, like I was just explaining, a Bitcoin, the Bit broker account, you just divide up. You could divide up the $20 if you wanted to do it that way. If you're really cut on, a small, budget in your family, or you could do, $20 in each one of those things if you wanted to do, or and that's what I do, guys. And it just disappears. It's gone, and then come when I have cash coming on Fridays in the bank account, then I just create bills, and bills just take it out to so when I go trading on Monday morning or wherever, then I get more money in my broker account, or if that day comes when or just in the next day I got more Bitcoin in my well, I guess Bitcoin goes 24/7, so it's automatically there's Bitcoin in my Bitcoin account. All of a sudden there's um, uh, your emergency fund's going up. It's like buying insurance, guys. Except insurance is you're paying someone else to hold your money. A few years ago, I had a girlfriend, uh, and even my parents. I talked them into going looking at their um, utility bill, and I said to them, "Look at how much you're paying on that." And then so they're looking at it, go, okay, yeah, no, it's just, a hydro bill or, whatever. Okay. And I said, now look at the $35 you're paying on every month for your hot water tank. And they're going, yeah, okay, it's just only $35, which I preach all the time. Like you guys, $20 is only $20. It's not a big deal. But, as a lot of you don't do it. So, but 35 bucks. It's 35 bucks per month. Well, I can go down there to Home Depot and buy a hot water tank for $500. So if I especially had credit card debt or whatever, you took that $35 every month, and when was the last time you replaced your hot water tank? And you're gonna get the companies are gonna fight you on it because of they hate it. They're gonna hate me freaking telling you this, but um, uh, you can just keep putting that away on your credit card. Just add money onto your credit card. If you get an empty zero balance, you can still um, put money on there, and just keep putting money on there, and um, take that 35 bucks and put it in yourself. Just set it there. So that day that $500 is due on, if for some crazy miraculous reason it breaks down on you, which I've to this day never replaced one in my life. um, that money's sitting right there, gaining interest. If you had put it in, savings account or something, stick it in your emergency account. Just add another, spot to it. Go say, hey, okay, it was, I was putting, $30 or $40 a month in the emergency fund. And, now I just add another, $20. And if you can add like $10 for the, $500 tank if you want to, and just keep adding on to that. Just your insurance policy in your own wallet. um, Not some big corporation who's taking a CEO is taking a big wad of cash on that at the end of the day. Like it's going in your pocket. You work hard for this, guys. I'm not just some guy that goes, oh, I want to just skip and dime on everything. But we work hard for our money, and if I can save you pennies, those, as the old saying goes, the if you save your pennies, the dollars look after themselves. And it's true. You save those pennies, and it's like compounding interest or compounding in your stock portfolio. As the stock goes up, if you got a long position in, you're making money on the stock, you're making money um, on that growing, and then you buy, take that profit and put it back into the same stock or into another stock, and that stock grows, and you're making money on that one. It just keeps compounding itself and compounding itself and compounding stuff. If you guys want to learn more about compounding interest and so on and so forth, a really, really fun book and a really, really awesome it's got to be still to this day, and it's an old book, but still to this day is one of my favorite. Is called The Wealthy Barber. If you guys got Amazon or whatever, you just look up The Wealthy Barber, and it's an older book, but it to this day it's still the same thing. And this is a barber that was worth millions of dollars just by putting away a bit of cash and it compounding onto itself over and over again. My God, when I was younger, especially my followers here that are, in your younger days and stuff like that. If I had learned the same thing I'm preaching to you guys now about saving $20 instead of buying, cars and, fancier cars and things like that when I was growing up, and that compounding on itself, I'd have a lot more money than I have now. But, we all live and learn. Like Bitcoin back in the day. I wish I had bought, it back when it was like $3 and $4 and stuff like that too. But we can't ever always see the future. But as the younger group of followers that I have, if you make that dollars just disappear, put it in a bill payment, just make it a bill payment and have go off to some other account that you have that you just never look at, especially if you have a problem with spending money. If you see it, you'll spend it kind of thing. A lot of people have that weakness. If you have that weakness, put in an account that you never look at all. Just forget it's even there. and just put it away in there, and it'll just grow and grow and grow and grow. You know, if you like the market like myself, you know, I would just, you know, I would probably put more money in the market and, or, as today, today now I put a lot more money into Bitcoin because I believe that's going to be our future, guys. And and the reason I preach on Bitcoin a lot um, is because there's no CEO with Bitcoin, not a zero notch. Anybody like Ethereum, they have a CEO. He can steal your money anytime he feels like it. He can go in, the government can go in there and close him down. Your money's gone. They could go into and seize that account. Let's just look at Russia alone. Not that I'm approving what Russia's doing with Ukraine or anything. It's horrible what's going on. But all of a sudden, one day they wake up and they can go, well, I'm just going to seize all his bank accounts. I'm just going to seize all the bank accounts. I'm going to stop all the money flow and everything else. They have the option to do that with Ethereum, XPR, which is under investigation anyway, USD T. They're having the same problem um, where Bitcoin has no owner. You can't go in there and create any problems because there's no problem. Um, so anyway, guys, um, I hope that helps. Put away a bit of money in Bitcoin. Look at the full trend in the weekly and monthly charts, and it'll be all good. Anyway, guys, that's why I'm gonna stop it there. And I hope you guys have a great day, good trading, and have fun. Talk to you later.